Let me just jump right in, and I'm going to make this an update. If you want to get a lot of detail on what we've done in the past, please visit our website, including reading the cautionary statement in detail. I'm John Mirko, the president and CEO, and we've got a great team. Mike Cowan, our chairman, Adam, director, Dennis, our CFO. We've got a geological team that's fantastic. Craig Perry, Mark Rebliati, Ted Marrero, and Jim Oliver. Harvey Trombley is an advisor and a friend of mine, and he's also the owner and operator of High Tech Diamond Drilling, which very many of you are going to be familiar with. Stacy takes care of managing some of the metallurgical work that we're doing for the property. Here we go. We've got 104 million shares out approximately with the option and warrant package. Share ownership is broken up into about 50% public and the rest with some nice groups, including Crescat and Delphi, and myself and family and close friends and associates taking about 30%. We do trade on TSX Venture and OTCQB. Anything you need to know about contact information or anything you want to do, just go to our website and all of that detail is available. So on this talk, I'm going to focus on bringing you up to date on a few things. So the current mineral resource estimate on the project, I'll summarize what we're doing for surface diamond drilling and our underground diamond drilling we did over the winter and the spring. Some developments include discovery of free gold down dip on the main zone on the property. Yellow Jacket, main zone and new zone surface diamond drilling, of course, is actually ongoing right now. We do have a rig on the property doing that from the surface, and it's a helicopter supported job. And I'll outline the objectives that we're trying to get to here for the rest of 2021. It is a large project claim-wise. We do have a land package that's sufficient for all of the work we want to do, including some properties that are off the map here to the north, which we've done some prospecting on this year, and we've made some discoveries on. Of course, we don't know what the exact assay values are at this point, but we're hoping to get that before the end of this quarter. Great project we got. It came with underground workings. It came with a resource, came with a lot of equipment that's in place that we've utilized to access both the property on the surface and underground in order to facilitate our drilling and metallurgical work and permitting and all of that. So we do have a 2-year underground permit, good till 22. We have a 5-year surface diamond drilling permit. The underground permit is a full permit that includes diamond drilling and any rehabilitation work we need to do to keep that operational. We're in the middle of a metallurgical program, which we should have, we're finished the actual test work. We're actually waiting on assay results, which is a common theme this year. The property itself is a cash option from a private company, and we're able to earn 100% with no royalties or back-end clauses or any other work commitment type of features. Geology and mineralization of this project is fantastic. It's the main zone itself is a remarkably continuous tabular plate of sulfides. It's situated in an orogenic structure. Predominant mineralization that we're going after in the main zone is gold. There is silver, there is base metals, lead, zinc in that zone. The average grade over a 2.5 meter mining width would be approximately 8 grams of gold equivalent, with about 2/3 of that being gold. Adjacent to that and somewhat in the hanging wall is a very interesting Yellow Jacket zone. We call it a really interesting stacked carbonate hosted silver zinc zone that's got really high silver grades for your standard carbonate hosted Kootenai type lead zinc, Mississippian type carbonated hosted, or Irish type carbonate hosted deposit. Average of 60 grams silver and about 12% zinc lead, of which only probably 1 to 2% of that 12% is lead. The rest is zinc. Great metallurgy on that. Great mining thicknesses that are available if we want to focus on that going forward also. The current measured and indicated resource estimate is approximately 1.1 million ounces gold equivalent with an inferred of 960,000. The separate yellow jacket zone shown here is about 760,000 of the 12% lead zinc with the 60 grams of silver. Those numbers are available in the current, the detail of that's available in the current NI 43-101 resource report. That's available on our website. Recently, that was incorporated in a preliminary economic assessment report that came out in the spring of this year, and that's also available on our website. So what are we looking at doing with that resource estimate? We put it in the PEA, and here's what we came up with: a fairly high-grade underground mine with mill feed averaging $300 a ton. Now remember, this is only based on the drilling done in 2012. Or up to 2012, sorry. A higher grade first 4 years could be $400 a ton. That's a net smelter return number only, and that's a diluted number. You can take a look at all the details of this and some of the operating projections that we anticipate we would have. We do have a lot of good information because there is underground work already done on the property. Many great metallurgical reports done, geological reports, and about 40,000 meters of diamond drilling went into that resource that we're using. So we've got a pretty good handle on operating a plant and a mine in that area of north of Revelstoke. This is a good shot looking at that planar tabular body I was talking about. You can see it's named the main zone. We call it the Revel Ridge main zone, RRMZ. Sitting in the hanging wall of that is the yellow jacket zone. The green is a hanging wall zone similar to the main zone, and underneath it, behind, down below, you'll see a little bit of blue creeping out there. That's a footwall zone that also parallels the main zone in the footwall. Those all add up to the resource numbers that you've been looking at. You'll see it covers approximately looks like 1.2 kilometers of the orogenic vein system that we have. So that's about a 1.2 kilometer by 1 kilometer block there that's being used as in the resource calculation. Historic. Looking at what we were doing in the last couple of years. So in summary, in 2020, we worked underground. We utilized that 830 meter level, which is a track level. That was our main workstation where we worked off of crosscuts to drill deeper down plunge on that main zone. In some cases, we penetrated the hanging wall and were able to tag the yellow jacket zone at the same time, or sorry, in the same hole. We reached out quite a ways down dip. We've got extended that measured and inferred tonnage there to over 500 meters below the previous known or previous calculated resource. All of the results from those holes will be included in the updated resource that's coming out this fall. So we tested 1,100 meters of the strike length of that zone and about 500 meters on the dip plane. So that was 16,400 meters of drilling that we completed underground. About 75 to 80% of all the drill holes made PEA cutoff. That's for a gold deposit or a gold system. That's a very high ratio. That's great. We're really happy about that. This is quite a predictable situation we have here. So we're happy on that. So here's a busy slide for you. Busy figure. We stepped out onto the surface away from the blue area, and we've got a lot of targets to the southeast and to the northwest that we're going to focus. I have been focusing on this year on the surface. We started off drilling down in the valley bottom and worked our way up to the northwest. We now have holes that are as far as 1.8 kilometers to the northwest of the 830 portal. And we're still intersecting the main zone mineralization that far out. Approximately, just to give you a heads up, one of the more exciting holes is about halfway, about 900 meters to the northwest. we intersected multiple zones over quite a thickness of visible mineralization. We don't have the assay results yet, but we're quite hopeful. That's a really nice, big, thick intersection that we hit there. That's going to be something we can follow down dip. We're only drilling shallow as we prospect with the drill. The only holes we've drilled down dip on are ones we've come back to recently while we await assay results. We did get some good assay results down in the valley bottom, and we're deepening some of those holes now while we await assay results from the rest of them. This hole that you see marked in red, RR20-11 underground, is just a feature of some newer zones that we got. And I think, yeah, so I've got that one here. So this shows multiple zones that we hit, which is the main zone. But there's a lot of lead zinc in these, and it's truly polymetallic and a lot broader intersections than we've seen in the past of high grade mineralization. We call this the 28 zone. That's something new, and we're gonna in the future we'll go down dip on that also with some deeper holes. So zonation. Interestingly enough, the original historic metallurgical samples are all came from the 830 meter level. They were all extracted from the underground workings, 10 to 50 ton bulk samples, and those were used for many metallurgical tests. Gold in those is quite fine. So we cored a 4 meter intercept while we were drilling 460 meters below that level, and came up with a high gold number and a low arsenic number over a 3 meter interval. And that was, we went back, took a look at that, and there's visible gold in that. So we've discovered a number of holes now with visible gold that we didn't know were there. And we've done a lot of tests, work on those holes to determine the true content of those assays of any coarse gold. And of course, we're excited about, so what's happening with this zonation at depth? Are we going to have something that we can turn into another Fosterville type of a situation? Can we go after zones that are predominantly free gold in this deposit? That's super exciting. So that's what you've got for, by deeper, we mean it's fairly deep. We're 500 meters down below that 800 foot level, 800 meter level. Very free gold grains. Quite good size too. We're talking up to 106 microns. So visible gold grains are in those holes there that we've seen now. We've tested more holes where we haven't seen free gold. We've come up with free gold, but not visible. So characterized by 50 to 250 micron grains in these quartz veinlets. Sheeted quartz veinlets, and quite often adjacent to the sulfide-rich main zone. So it's all by itself and can be extracted all by itself when we chose to do that. So this really got our guys excited, and also 2 of our geologists got a visible gold bonus check for that too. So we're all in a happy place there. So moving forward here, we've got the main zone drilling done underground. That's in white. And the blue drill holes, as you see, are that go down dip. Those are the ones we drilled in the winter of 2020-21. All the white holes are the old holes. So moving up to the northwest, the ones in green are the ones that we've completed to date, and that is 8,500 meters and 35 holes. So we've expanded both the Yellow Jacket zone of the northwest and the main zone, and as you know, we've on that complicated graphic you looked at there, we're modeling that so we can continue doing step-out drilling at depth. So our objectives here, we've completed our first pass underground program of over 16,000 meters with a good portion of those hits able to go into PEA type of value. We've investigated the free gold distribution, and we're coming out with some plans on how to extend drill holes down dip on that this winter. Over 10,000 feet of, 10,000 meters of diamond drilling is what we're going to do on the surface, and we'll have that wrapped up for the next month or so. Stepping out 2,000 meters. As you know, this was our original plan to step out 2 kilometers along strike to the northwest, and we'll have that finished. We've done geochem and prospecting on large step outs over 4 kilometers to the northwest and southeast. We'll get those results back very soon, I hope. So we've started the revision of our resource calculations, and that's looking to be due. We'll have a resource report out updated in approximately 30 days. And that includes some new assay results. So we finished all our objectives with about a $9 million budget calculated. Well, we've still got 3.2 million left in the bank in cash. So we're in good shape, and we are moving forward. Also, one thing, so we're moving forward on permitting for mining or commercial mining. We're also in the middle of POX tests on metallurgy, and as I mentioned earlier, we're just waiting for assay results on that.